What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cap Show. What a 2021-2022 NBA season it was. Look, my prediction was exactly on point. I told you guys the Golden State Warriors would win it, and they did. And really, what I love about the Golden State Warriors, their whole story, their dynasty, it really started with, obviously, Steph Curry back in 2009 when they drafted him 7th overall. And then they drafted Klay Thompson in 2011, number 11th overall. And then Draymond in 2012, he was a second-round pick, 35th overall. And really, the Golden State Warriors, they built this team. They didn't buy it. They didn't do those other things that some of the other teams do, organizations do. No, the Golden State Warriors built it from the ground up, and it started with, obviously, Steph Curry. Now, is Steph Curry the GOAT? No, he's not the GOAT, okay? And I'm hearing a lot of people say, well, he's the face of the NBA right now. Let's pump the brakes here, okay? Let's not just minimize what LeBron James has done since he got in the NBA back in 2003. What LeBron James has done, he's literally had to carry every single team. And yes, there are some arguments when he did go to the Heat with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. But look, I would say overall, definitely D-Wade was a star. Chris Bosh, he was in and out some games. But I just think, looking at LeBron, he literally had to carry him. He really did. We go back to the 2007 team when they made it to the NBA Finals, played the Spurs. I mean, who is their best player besides LeBron that year? Delonte West? Where's Delonte West at now, dude? He's like homeless now, dude. It's a sad story for Delonte West. Hope he turns his life around. But it's like, look who LeBron's had to deal with, dude. Like, really not really many good players LeBron's been around. Except, yes, for the Miami Heat. We go to the 2016 team where they did win the NBA Finals, where LeBron, really carried it. Yes, Kyrie was there, Kevin Love, and I will give him credit. Yes, Kyrie's a superstar, absolutely. But I just think overall, still, LeBron had to put up 40-plus points a game that whole playoffs and into the finals. Not to say what Kyrie did and Kevin Love did, and really he had some help there, but overall, we look at LeBron James's team compared to, like, Steph's team, and really, Steph's team has way better players, way better shooters than LeBron ever had, dude. I'm going to be honest there. I just think what a lot of players, they love Steph Curry, including myself. I love Steph Curry, but I just think LeBron's, he had to go a different path, a different way. I think a little bit harder way, but at the end of the day, Steph and LeBron, Klay and Draymond, they're all tied up with 4 championships, which is crazy to think, right? That LeBron and Curry, Draymond and Klay, they all have the same amount of championships. It's crazy to me. It's mind-boggling. I do think LeBron, yes, he could have won another one as well back in 2011. We remember that NBA Finals. That was a meltdown. And I think that's really, we saw the bigger LeBron come over the top after that year, after failing from that. But, they all take L's. I mean, even the Warriors, they taken L's back in 2016 when they lost to LeBron James in the finals. Back in 2019 when they lost to the Toronto Raptors in the finals. So it wasn't like, the Warriors just really handled everybody with ease. No, it wasn't, dude. It's tough. It really is. And even this series, when the Warriors played Boston Celtics, and really it was kind of like, oh man, there were some instances where even in game one, after game one, I kind of had a little doubts, although I still was rolling with the Warriors from the jump. I did have a doubt when they did blow that lead. They blew like a 15, 16-point lead and really lost game one. I was like, wow, dude, Boston really took that one from Golden State. Unreal. But at the end of the day, this was an easy pick for me against Boston. Boston, a young team, they will bounce back. But this offseason for the NBA is going to be crucial for LeBron James. It really is. What's he going to do? Where's Kyrie Irving going to play? Is he going to go back to the Nets, or is he going to want to go to the Knicks? Or does he want to team up back with LeBron and say, you know what, I did make some mistakes. I can't believe that I didn't even want to play with LeBron after we did win. It's crazy. And I think Kyrie's one of those guys where he wants to be the guy. He wants to be the team, the leader, and all that. But, we're talking about LeBron here, dude. To me, Kyrie made a mistake when he didn't want to play with LeBron. When he went his other way, when he went to the Boston Celtics at first. I just think it was different for Kyrie, but I think Kyrie does regret it in a way. He's got to, dude. I mean, he could have more championships with LeBron right now if you just want to stay with LeBron instead of, kind of being over arrogant there. I just think Kyrie was not thinking right, but for LeBron, this is huge offseason, dude. He's the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double in the NBA Finals. So a lot of people want to say LeBron's not clutch, LeBron doesn't do this right. Stop it, dude. He has the most triple-doubles in NBA Finals history, so that just kind of beats the case of LeBron isn't clutch anymore, in which they did say that back in 2011, which I kind of agree back then. You know, that's over a decade ago. But now, LeBron, dude, he's just built himself up, and I do think, you know, to really look at LeBron's legacy and really cement his legacy, he's got to be like, look, LeBron has to win another championship. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He cannot settle for 4 championships. LeBron James has to win 5+ championships. He has to tie Kobe Bryant. He has to tie Tim Duncan to get in that discussion. And a lot of people will minimize that. But in my eyes, in basketball talent, say LeBron James doesn't win another championship, I still put LeBron in the top 5. I put LeBron at number 2 all time behind MJ if LeBron doesn't win another championship. Just what LeBron James has had to do since he got in the league, had to carry the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers were terrible, you know, built them up into the championship team back in 2016. So LeBron James, he does have that it factor, but I just think it's huge that LeBron James, he has to win another one. Now, are they going to team up with him and Curry? That would be crazy. That would be unfair. And I think everybody realizes, look, if LeBron James ever did play with Steph Curry, look, they would win every single year. They really would. It would not be fair, and I don't think the NBA wants that to happen. I really don't. And I think for Curry right now, if I'm Steph Curry and Golden State, I'm thinking, dude, we're in a nice spot. We're only going to get better from here on out. We're going to get some draft picks. This is what we're going to do for the Golden State Warriors and add some new pieces, you know, but keep the core. You got to keep Draymond. You have to. If you let go of Draymond, that's it for you guys. It's over. But I do think, you know, Klay Thompson being back healthy, I do think he'll be back ready to go. I just think for Steph Curry, dude, he is that guy. He is, dude. He's top 5, in my opinion, of all time. Just what they had to do this year. From really being counted out, and I told you guys about 3 months ago, I just had that feeling. I had Steph's look after he did get hurt about a month. He came back, and I said, you know what? This is their year here. This is their year to win it, and they did, dude. They won it in 6 games, so I loved every second of it. And it's nice when your bets do hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks when they don't. You know, I'm not even going to lie up here and say, oh, no, it is what it is. No, it sucks losing, dude. But when the bets hit, it just makes it that much sweeter, dude. The icing on the cake. This was an easy pick for me. But this offseason, the most important offseason for LeBron James' career is this year. I do think, you know, if you do stay in LA, do something. I do want to see LeBron, you know, go back to Cleveland and retire a Cleveland Cavalier. I really do. I think LeBron still has a good 5 years left of just dominance. And people are like, oh, he's past his peak. I wouldn't say that. I would say LeBron's becoming a better shooter. Yeah, athletic ability, okay, I'll admit that. I would say LeBron James' athletic ability, you know, isn't as what it was 10 years ago, okay? We can all agree to that, but I just think LeBron James is getting smarter. His shot is getting better. He just understands the game. His IQ's tip-top notch, A+. So I think LeBron James eventually, he will become an NBA owner eventually. He will own an NBA team when he does retire. And it just shows you that, look, LeBron James is such a big sports icon. Really, I don't think anyone's going to pass him. I really don't. You know, we look at the biggest icons in sports today history. Top 5 is definitely LeBron James is in it, dude. Everybody knows who LeBron is. And I would say out of 10 people I talk to on the regular, out of those 10 people, 9 of them hate LeBron James. They just hate him, dude. They hate him. I don't know, understand, oh, he flops too much. He does this. He complains too much. But at the end of the day, I think why people hate LeBron is because he has God-given gifts. And really, he's so successful, and that rubs people the wrong way. It really does. You know, he's 6'8", 6'9", built like an NFL player. He can jump, he can run, he can do so many crazy things on the court, and then off the court, he's a nice guy. Doesn't get in trouble. He's not on TMZ acting the fool. Like LeBron James is a class act professional, and people still hate him, dude. You know, I don't understand, dude. It boils down to jealousy and envy. I really do think that's why people hate LeBron. It's going to be crazy. But, you know, for other teams, this offseason is going to be important as well. For instance, like Trae Young in the Atlanta Hawks. I think that's going to be a huge offseason. They need to add more talent for Trae Young. add more bigger guys, more shooters, more defenders. I feel like they need another guy that can come in there and score 25 plus a night, dude. That's what they need to do. That's what the Atlanta Hawks need to do. It's going to be interesting. You know, John Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, their offseason is going to be big. I think they need to add more pieces to their puzzle as well. It's just going to be interesting. It is, but I just think for the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis to work, they got to do something else. They really do. And I think the Lakers, the organization, they have to realize, look, who are we going to keep? Either Westbrook, obviously we're keeping LeBron. Are we going to keep Westbrook or Anthony Davis? Which one is it? I think you got to get rid of Anthony Davis. Why? Because he's injury prone. He doesn't play all the games. And really, he just looks like he hasn't been in the weight room in like 2-3 years, dude, since college. Or even that, dude. It's like he's in the weight room once a week in college. It's not enough. And I think Anthony Davis should have been preparing for this a long time ago, dude. Back when the bubble happened, back when they won it in 2020. I do think the Lakers have a lot to do here to help LeBron James. And LeBron, he's used to this. He's used to carrying teams after teams every time, dude. Like, that's it, man. LeBron can carry a team. So I would say LeBron's more valuable than Steph Curry, than anybody in the NBA, because LeBron James does it all. He makes teammates around him better. He facilitates. He blocks shots, dude. He has better defense than all these guys. So I think LeBron James overall is the best basketball player in the world, has been for the past 15 to 20 years. You know, like, it is what it is. You know, the people just don't like it, dude. They don't like LeBron. But I think for LeBron, he's got to win, like I said, another championship, if not 2 championships, to cement that legacy in the GOAT status. When the GOAT just throws around easy today, right? We throw around the emoji GOAT, everything GOAT, GOAT, GOAT. But really, MJ, 6-0 in NBA Finals, that's my GOAT. So I think for LeBron, he's got to come back. He's got to, dude. He knows that I got to win it here. I got to win it. But obviously, what are the chances for the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry to repeat, you know, in 2023? Honestly, dude, I would say it's about a 60-40. 60% chance that they do repeat. Why? Because they're getting essentially the same team back. They definitely need to get Andrew Wiggins, sign him to a deal. I just think at Golden State right now, dude, they're lethal, dude, and they're changed the way the game's played. I just think, you know, Golden State, I'd give them a 60% chance to repeat. The Lakers are a long shot. I think the Lakers made a mistake when they got Westbrook. I think they should have got Damian Lillard. If you ask me, I think Damian Lillard and LeBron right now on the Lakers, that would be scary. They would compete against the Warriors and really go 7 games with the Warriors. And I think whoever wins between Lakers and Warriors would win it all. They really would if they had Damian Lillard. But, you know, if, ands, or buts about it. But it's a huge offseason. But, like I said, definitely the favorites right now is definitely Golden State and Steph Curry. That's just how it is, dude. And people, they can hate on it, but they are a true dynasty. They have 4 championship rings, started off back in 2015, and really, LeBron James carried the Cleveland Cavaliers that year as well. Arguably beat the Golden State Warriors just by himself, dude. Like, it's crazy, dude. LeBron averaged like 40 a game that series, dude. He had to because he didn't have Kyrie or Kevin Love and all that, but, you know, they got the job done. And then 17-18 when KD came, KD, you know, we look at KD right now, Kevin Durant, and think, wow, dude, I wonder what he's thinking, saying, wow, I left the Warriors after I won 2 NBA Finals MVPs, and now they just won in 2022 without me. That just goes to show you that Kevin Durant's legacy with the 2 championships, to me, it really doesn't mean much. You joined a championship team, homie. Like, the Warriors were already a championship team then. You joined them, and then what? Now you became a new champion? I get all that, but you're joining a team that's already a champion. Like, it's not that much sweet compared to how LeBron James did it, you know, or how MJ did it. They stayed on the same squad. I just think with KD, the way he did it was just the easy way out. You know, you guys didn't beat him the series before, and you guys are, you know, winning the game in Game 6, and then we saw Klay Thompson go for like 30 plus. It was just crazy, dude. I think he went for 45 actually that game in Game 6 at OKC, dude. That right there, that's when KD was like, I'm leaving Westbrook. I'm going here to win. But, you know, at the end of the day, dude, I'm telling you, the Warriors are a true dynasty. They're like the New England Patriots of basketball right now. That's who they kind of remind me of, like Tom Brady. Those guys are just winning championships and championships. That's what they do. That's what they do. And that's what Tom Brady has done for the New England Patriots now, obviously with Tampa. But that's who they remind me of. the New England Patriots and Golden State Warriors, they're just so on the same level when it comes to domination, winning championships. And I think the Warriors, how many more can they win? I do think Steph Curry can win at least 2 more. I really do. At least one. Obviously, at least one. But I really do think Steph Curry has 2 or 3 more championship rings in him. I mean, dude, you're just shooting threes and hitting them like crazy. So it's going to be an interesting offseason. But like I said, overall, with everybody this offseason, the most important for it is LeBron James. We already know that. So I think LeBron, they're going to have to add some pieces to the Lakers to compete for another championships and to get LeBron number 5. So I cannot wait. The NBA season was iconic. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors. It's the Clown with Cap show. Let's go!